Dear student, today we will learn chapter number 1, Basic Concept in Geometry. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it today itself. Let's start. Coordinates of points. What do you mean by coordinates of points? The number associated with a point on the number line is called its coordinate. Here we have a line. The coordinate of point A is, you can see on the number line, the number associated with point A is 1. So your 1 is called as coordinate of point A. Therefore, the coordinate of point A is 1. Coordinate of point R is, look at the number line, -3 is associated with a point R. So the coordinate of point R is -3. The coordinate of point D is 4. The coordinate of point O is 0. Distance between two distinct points. What do you mean by distance between two distinct points, or how to calculate distance between two distinct points? The distance between 2 points is obtained by subtracting the smaller coordinates from the larger coordinates. Now we will try to understand this with the help of example. Here we have a number line. The distance between point A and D can be written as D in a bracket A comma D. So here small d represent distance, and A and D are the 2 points which are separated by comma. We read as distance AD. Now we will see that how to find distance between point A and D. Coordinate of A is 1. Coordinate of D is 4. So here which is greater coordinate? 4. So here 4 is greater than 1. Therefore distance between point A and D is, what is the formula? Greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. So here greater coordinate is 4 and smaller coordinate is 1. So 4 minus 1. Therefore distance AD equals to 3. Now we will see practice set 1.1. In that we have first question, find the distance with the help of number line given below. Here we have a number line. In that the first question is, find distance between point B and E. That is distance BE. So look at this number line. Here the coordinate of point B is 2. And coordinate of point E is 5. So here 5 is greater than 2. So distance BE equals to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. That is 5 minus 2. Therefore distance BE equals to 3. Now here we have the next question. Find distance between point J and A. Here coordinate of point J is -2. Coordinate of point A is 1. So here 1 is greater than -2. So here the greater coordinate is 1 and smaller coordinate is -2. Therefore distance JA equals to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate, that is 1 minus -2. Now we will solve this bracket. Minus into minus will become plus. Therefore distance JA equals to 1 plus 2. Distance JA equals to 3. Here we have next question. Find distance PC. Coordinate of point P is -4. Coordinate of point C is 3. Among -4 and 3, 3 is greater than -4. Distance PC equals to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. It means 3 minus -4. Distance PC equals to, we will solve the bracket first, minus into minus is plus, so 3 plus 4. Distance PC equals to 7. Now we have the next question. Find distance between point J and H. Here coordinate of point J is minus 2. Coordinate of point H is minus 1. Which one is greater among these two? Minus 1. So here minus 1 is greater than minus 2. So distance between point J and H is greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. It means minus 1 minus minus 2. Now we'll solve the bracket first. Minus into minus 2 will become plus. So distance JH equals to minus 1 plus 2. So distance JH equals to 1. Similarly, you can solve question number 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now here we have the next question, question number 2. If the coordinate of point A is x and that of B is y, find distance between A and B. And that the first one is your x equals to 1 and y equals to 7. So what is x? It's coordinate of A. So the coordinate of A is here 1. And what is y? It's a coordinate of B. It means coordinate of B is 7. So coordinate of A is x and x is 1. Coordinate of B is y and y is 7. So which one is greater among these two? 7 is greater than 1. Therefore distance AB equals to 7 minus 1. Therefore distance AB equals to 6. Now here we have next question. X equals to 6, y equals to minus 2. Here coordinate of A is x and x is 6. Coordinate of B is y and y is minus 2. Which coordinate is greater among these two? 6 is greater than minus 2. So distance AB equals to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. It means 6 minus minus 2. Solve the bracket first. Minus into minus is plus. So distance AB equals to 6 plus 2. Distance AB equals to 8. Similarly, you can solve question number 3rd, 4th and 5th and 6th. What are collinear points? Collinear points. If 3 or more points falls on the same line, then they are called collinear points. For example, here we have a line. You can see that point P, Q and R are on the same line, or you can say that they contains exactly a single line. Hence point P, Q and R are collinear points. Make a note, 2 points are always collinear, because if we join any 2 points on a plane, they will fall on a single line. Hence 2 points are always collinear. If P, Q, R are 3 distinct collinear points, there are 3 possibilities. Okay, here we have 3 points P, Q and R. They are collinear points. Collinear point means they falls on the same line. Okay, but here we don't know the position of all the 3 points. It may be, you can say that Q may be lie between P and R, or you can say R may be lie between P and Q, or you can say that P will lie between Q and R. So here we have 3 possibilities. The first one is that point Q is between P and R. Symbolically, we can write this as P dash Q dash R. When I say that P dash Q dash R, it means all the 3 points are collinear. It means they falls on the same line, and Q is between P and R. That means the position of Q is fixed. It is between P and R. Now the second possibility is that you can see that in this figure Q is between P and R. Now here we have the second possibility. Point R is between P and Q. Symbolically, we can write this P dash R dash Q. P dash R dash Q means those 3 points falls on the same line, and R is between P and Q. That means position of R is fixed. It is between P and Q. You can see this number line over here. Here R is between P and Q, and all 3 are collinear points. Now we have here third possibility. Point P is between R and Q. Symbolically, you can write this R dash P dash Q. R dash P dash Q means those 3 points are collinear. It means they falls on the same line, and P is between R and Q. It means here position of point P is fixed. It is between R and Q. Betweenness means in between. If distance PQ plus distance QR is equals to distance PR, then it is said that point Q is between points P and R. This is shown as P dash Q dash R or R dash Q dash P. If distance PR plus distance RQ equals to distance PQ, then it is said that point R is between points P and Q. This is shown as P dash R dash Q or Q dash R dash P. If distance QP plus distance PR equals to distance QR, then it is said that point P is between points Q and R, and this is shown as Q dash P dash R or R dash P dash Q. Practice set 1.1. Question number 3. From the information given below, find which of the point is between the other two. If the points are not a collinear, state so. Here we have sub question 1. Distance PR equals to 7, distance PQ equals to 10, distance QR equals to 3. So what is given here? Distance PR equals to 7, distance PQ equals to 10, and distance QR equals to 3. Using these 3 distances, we have to check whether the points are collinear or not. If they are collinear, then which point will lie between the other two? That we need to find out. So what we need to do over here to know, here we'll take the help of these 3 distances. Among these 3 distances, 7 and 3 are the smaller distances. So what we will do here, we will find the sum of 2 smaller distances and will compare it with the remaining distance, that is 10. So let's see. We'll add distance PR with distance QR. We will get 7 plus 3. Therefore distance PR plus distance QR equals to 10. We'll consider this as equation number 1. Now here the remaining distance is 10, that is PQ is 10. We'll take as equation number 2. Now here we will see that equation 1 and 2. You can look at that equation 1 is over here and equation number 2 is over here. Right hand side of equation number 1 is 10 and right hand side of equation 2 is also 10. It means right hand side of both the equations are equal, and we know that if the right hand side of any 2 equations are equal, then their left hand side will also equals to each other. It means distance PR plus distance QR is equals to distance PQ. This statement we got by comparing equation 1 and 2. And if the sum of two distances is equals to the greater one, then we can say that points are collinear. So here points P, Q and R are collinear, and here R is between points P and Q. Let's see how to know that which point lies between other two if they are collinear. Look at whether these two smaller distances, that is PR and QR, okay, they contains common letter R, right? Common letter R. Therefore, R is between P and Q. Here we have the next question. Distance RS equals to 8. Distance ST equals to 6. Distance RT equals to 4. Now here, again, we'll say that here we have three distances. 8, 6 and 4. Among these three distances, 6 and 4 are the smaller distances, right? So what we will do here, we'll add those two smaller distances. So distance ST plus distance RT equals to 6 plus 4. Therefore distance ST plus distance RT equals to 10. We will take as equation number 1. Now remaining third distance is 8, that is distance RS is 8. We'll take as equation number 2. Now look at the equation 1 and 2. Here the right hand side of equation number 1 is 10 and right hand side of equation number 2 is 8. That means right hand side of equation 1 and 2 are not equal. So you can say that if the right hand side of these two equations are not equal, then the left hand side of these two equations will not be equal. Therefore, distance ST plus distance RT is not equals to distance RS. This statement we got by comparing equation 1 and 2. And we know that if the sum of two smaller distances is not equal to the greater one, then the points are non-collinear points. Hence, points R, S and T are not collinear. Here we have the next question. Distance AB equals to 16. Distance CA equals to 9. Distance BC equals to 7. So what is given here? Distance AB is 16, distance CA equals to 9 and distance BC equals to 7. So here we have 3 points A, B and C, and we have to check are these 3 points are collinear or not, right? If they are collinear, then which point will lie between the other two? So what we will do here, we will add the two smaller distances. That means 9 and 7. Okay, it means we'll find sum of distance CA and distance BC. So distance CA plus distance BC equals to 9 plus 7. Distance CA plus distance BC equals to 16. We'll consider this step as equation number 1. Now we'll compare sum of these two smaller distances with the greater one, that is 16. So your distance AB is 16. We'll take this step as equation 2. Now here we'll compare equation 1 and 2. You can see the right hand side of equation number 1 is 16 and right hand side of equation number 2 is also 16. It means right hand side of both the equations are equal. Therefore, left hand side of equation 1 will be equals to left hand side of equation number 2. It means distance CA plus distance BC equals to distance AB. This statement we got by comparing equation 1 and 2. So here sum of two smaller distances is equal to the greater one, hence points A, B, C are collinear. Now these 3 points are collinear. Now we need to check among these 3 points which points lie between the other two. Okay, that will get with the help of those two smaller distances. What was those two smaller distances? 9 and 7. Okay, look at over here, distance CA and distance BC, right? Distance CA and distance BC both contains one common letter, that is C, and that common letter will lie between the other two. It means point C lies between A and B. Here we have question number 4. On a number line, points A, B and C are such that distance AC equals to 10, distance CB equals to 8. Find distance AB considering all possibilities. So what is given here? Distance AC equals to 10 and distance CB equals to 8. Here it is given that point A, B, C lies on the same line, but the position of point A and B and C are not mentioned. It means which we don't know here which point will lie between other two. So here we have some possibilities. Here we have the possibility number 1. If C lies between A and B, it means if A dash C dash B, it means if C is between A and B. So here we have a figure. Here segment AC, right, distance AC plus distance CB equals to distance AB. So here distance AB equals to distance AC plus distance CB, since C is between A and B, that is A dash C dash B. Now here we will substitute distance AC as 10 and distance CB as 8. So distance AB equals to 10 plus 8. Therefore distance AB equals to 18. So distance between point A and B is 18 when point C lies between A and B. That was your first possibility. Now here we have the possibility number 2. When B lies between A and C, that it means A dash B dash C. Now here in this case, distance AB plus distance BC equals to distance AC. So distance AC equals to distance AB plus distance BC, since B is between A and C. Now we'll substitute distance AC as 10 and distance BC as 8. Now we will shift plus 8 to that side of equal to. If we'll shift plus 8 from right hand side to the left hand side of equal to, sign will change. So we will get 10 minus 8 equals to distance AB. Therefore distance AB equals to 2. Therefore distance AB equals to 18 or 2. Possibility number 3 will not occur, since if we'll take point C between A and B, then we will get negative distance, and you know the distance between 2 points cannot be negative. Therefore the third possibility will not occur. Now we will go for the next question. Sketch proper figure and write the answers to the following questions. In that we have the first question: if A dash B dash C and length AC equals to 11, length BC equals to 6.5, then find the length AB. So here you can see that it is mentioned that A dash B dash C, it means point A, B, C are collinear points. It means they falls on the same line, and B is between A and C. So here we have a figure. You can see that B is between A and C. So So here length of segment AB plus length of segment BC equals to length of segment AC. So length AB plus length BC equals to length AC, since B is between A and C. Now we will substitute here the value of the given segments. So we will get length AB plus 6.5 equals to 11. Now we will shift 6.5 plus 6.5 to that side of equal to, right? So what will happen? The sign of this number will change since you are shifting 6.5 from left hand side to right hand side. So we will get length AB equals to 11 minus 6.5. Length AB equals to 4.5. So your length AB equals to 4.5. Now here we have the next question. If R dash S dash T and length ST equals to 3.7, length RS equals to 2.5, then find length RT. So here you can see that it is mentioned that point R, S, T are collinear points. They falls on the same line, and where S is between R and T. So here you can see that length of segment RS plus length of segment ST equals to length of segment RT. So length RS plus length ST equals to length RT. Since S is between R and T, we will substitute length of RS as 2.5 and length of ST as 3.7 equals to length RT. Now we will add 2.5 with 3.7, we will get 6.2 equals to length RT. Therefore length RT equals to 6.2. So answer is length RT equals to 6.2. Here we have question number 7. Which figure is formed by 3 non-collinear points? Now we will take 3 non-collinear points. So here we have 3 non-collinear points. Non-collinear point means they do not fall on the same line. Or you can say that if we'll join them, they will not make a single line. Now we'll join all the 3 points. Which figure we got here? Triangle. So what will be the answer? A triangle is formed by 3 non-collinear points. What are congruent segments? If the lengths of 2 segments are equal, then the 2 segments are congruent. Here we have segment AB of length 5 cm, segment CD of length 3 cm, segment PQ of length 5 cm. Now you can see here the length of segment AB is 5 cm and length of segment PQ is 5 cm. Therefore segment AB and segment PQ are congruent to each other because they have same length. So what do you mean by congruent segment? Segments having same length. Now we will see practice set 1.2. Here we have first question. The following table shows points on a number line and their coordinates. Decide whether the pair of segments given below the table are congruent or not. You can see this table. It contains points and their coordinates. Using this table, we have to do the first sum in that seg DE and seg AB. Here we have to check whether seg DE and seg AB are congruent to each other or not. So what we will do to check whether they are congruent or not, we will find length of segment DE and length of segment AB. If the length of both the segments are equal, then they are congruent, otherwise they are not congruent. So first we'll find length of segment DE. So here coordinate of point D is -7. You can see in this table coordinate of D is -7. Coordinate of E is 9. Look at in this table, coordinate of E is 9. Now we will find distance of points D and E. Okay, so we will use here formula. Okay, distance between any two points is equals to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. So which coordinate is greater among -7 and 9? 9 is greater than -7. So here the greater coordinate is 9 and smaller coordinate is -7. Therefore distance DE equals to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. So greater coordinate is 9 minus -7. Distance DE equals 2. Now minus into minus is plus, so it will be 9 plus 7. So distance DE equals to 16. Okay, but distance DE equals to length of segment DE according to the definition. What do you mean by the length of any segment? Length of segment is nothing, it's a distance between its endpoints. Therefore length of DE equals to 16. Now similarly we will find length of segment AB. Let length D equals 16 as equation number 1. Now we will find length of segment AB. So look at here, coordinate of point A is -3, coordinate of B is 5. Now we will find distance AB. Which coordinate is greater among these two? 5 is greater than -3. So distance AB equals to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. So what is the greater coordinate over here? 5. A smaller coordinate is -3. So 5 minus -3. So distance AB equals to, minus into minus is plus, so 5 plus 3. Distance AB equals to 8. But distance AB equals to length of segment AB according to the definition. Therefore length AB equals to 8. Now we will take this one as equation 2. Now we will compare equation 1 and equation 2. This is equation 1. What is right hand of equation 1? It's a 16. So here length of D is 16 and length of AB is 8. Are their length same? No, their length are not same. If the length are not same, it means they are not congruent. Okay, so length of D is not equals to length of AB. How we came to know? From 1 and 2. Hence seg DE and seg AB are not congruent. Now here we have the question number 2, seg BC and seg AD. That is question number 2. Here also we have to check whether they are congruent or not. This question you will try by own. Now we have the next question, question number 3, that is seg BE and seg AD. Okay, we have to check whether they are congruent or not. So what to do? Just you need to find the length of both the segment using distance formula. If the length of both the segments are equal, then they are congruent. Otherwise they are not congruent. Now what do you mean by midpoint of a segment? If A dash M dash B, A dash M dash B means these 3 points are collinear. It means they lie on the same line such that M is between A and B. So if A dash M dash B and seg AM equals to seg MB, then M is midpoint of seg AB. Now we'll see that figure. You can see that here M is midpoint of segment AB. See, M is between A and B. Between does not means it's midpoint. Midpoint means if AM and MB are equal in length, okay, then we can say that M is midpoint of AB. What do you mean by this? statement, you can look at over here. It means AM and MB are equal, and both equal part is half of segment AB. Or you can say that AB is 2 times of AM, or you can say that AB is 2 times of MB. Now here we have the next question. Point M is the midpoint of seg AB, and if AB equals to 8, then find the length of AM. So here we will draw a figure as per given question. Here M is midpoint of segment AB. So solution, here length AB, how much it is given? 8 centimeter. Okay, so it is asked to us find out AM, and you know that AM will be half of AB. Why? Because M is the midpoint of segment AB. Therefore length AM equals to half. What is the value of AB over here? 8. So half into 8. So length AM equals to, what is the half of 8? 4. So length AM equals to 4 if AB equals to 8. Now here we have the next question, question number 3. Point P is the midpoint of seg CD. If CP equals to 2.5, find length CD. We will draw figure first. Let's see here, P is midpoint of CD. What is given here? CP, how much it is? 2.5. Okay, length CD is 2 times of length CP. Why? Because P is the midpoint of seg CD. Therefore CD equals to 2 into 2.5. Therefore length CD equals to 2 into 2.5. You will get 5.0. It means 5. So length CD equals to 5. Here we have the next question. If AB equals to 5 centimeter, BP equals to 2 centimeter, AP equals to 3.4 centimeter, compare the segments. Compare the segment means finding relation between those given segments. Okay, they may be equal or they may not be equal. If they are not equal, then what kind of relation they have. Okay, it means you have to arrange those segments in ascending order or descending order using their length. So here AB is 5 centimeter, BP is 2 centimeter, AP is 3.4 centimeter. Now we'll arrange those length in descending order. So 5 is greater than 3.4 and 3.4 is greater than 2. Okay, so here 5, it is length of AB, 3.4 is length of AP, and 2 is length of BP. So at the place of 5 we will write AB, greater than, at the place of 3.4 we will write AP, and at the place of 2 we will write BP. So we will get seg AB greater than seg AP is greater than seg BP. That is the relation between given segment. If you want, you can arrange those segments in ascending order also. Here we have next question. Write the answers to the following questions with reference to the figure given below. Here we have figure. With the help of this figure we have to answer the following questions. And that the first question is, write the name of the opposite ray of ray RP. Okay, look at in this figure. Okay, you can see that a ray with yellow color. Okay, this one, I'm talking about this ray. It is a ray. Here point R is origin of ray RP, or you can say it is ray RQ. Okay, these two ray RP and ray RQ, these are the two different names of the same ray. Now we need to find out the ray opposite to ray RQ. So you can see that ray RS or ray RT. Okay, you can see here we have two rays with the same origin, that is R. Okay, and together they forms line. Hence, ray opposite to ray RP is ray RS or ray RT. Okay, ray RS or ray RT. It is same ray with two different names. Now we have the next question. Write the intersection ray set of ray PQ and ray RP. Look at in this figure. It is ray PQ and here we have ray RQ. Okay, we have to find out here intersection of both the rays. Intersection means the common part of both the ray. Okay, so ray PQ is from P to this side. It is ray PQ and ray RP is this ray, right? The whole thing. What is common in this two ray? This much part is common in both the rays. Okay, this common part is nothing. It is a ray PQ. Hence, intersection of both the ray is ray PQ. Ray PQ is the intersection set of ray PQ and ray RP. Now here we have next question. Write the union set of ray PQ and ray QR. Union means together which figure they will form. It is ray PQ, right? And here we have ray QR. Okay, what they form together? Together they form line. So you can say it is line PQ or line QR. Okay, you can see there are many points on this line. To name this line, you can use any two points which lie on it. You can say it is line TS, line SR, line SP, line RQ, line TQ. There are many names for this line. Okay, you can call with any one of the name. So what is the union set of both the ray? It is line PQ. Now here we have the next question. State the rays of which say QR is a subset. Okay, QR is a subset. That means you have to find out the ray whose subset is QR, sec QR. That means sec QR should be the part of that particular rays. Okay, you can see it is ray RQ. It is ray RQ, and you can see that QR segment QR is a part of this ray. So I can say that ray RQ is a ray whose subset is sec QR, right? Yes or no? Now here we have ray SQ, and you can see that QR, seg QR, okay, seg QR is a part of this ray also. Therefore, sec QR is a subset of ray SQ. Okay, it is a ray QT or ray QP or ray QR or ray QS, and you can see that sec QR is part of this ray also, right? Therefore, QR is subset of ray QT also. We have here another ray TQ, right? And you can see that QR is subset. QR is a part of this ray also. Therefore, QR is subset of this ray also. This ray means ray TQ. Now here we have another ray. Okay, ray QT. And you can see that QR is part of this ray also. Okay, and here we have the another ray QT or QP. Okay, and QR is subset of this ray also. So here we have answer. Sec QR is subset of ray RQ, ray SQ, ray TQ, ray QR, ray QS and ray QT. Now here we have the next question. Write the pair of opposite rays with common endpoint R. Okay, look at this figure. Ray RQ have common point R, common endpoint R, and ray RT also have point R as an endpoint. So point R is common endpoint of both the rays. That is ray RP and ray RS is the pair of opposite rays with common endpoint R. Write any two rays with common endpoint S. It means you have to find the rays with starting point S. Like here, you can see in this figure, it is ray SQ or ray SR or ray SP, right? Whose endpoint is S. Now here we have another ray ST, whose endpoint is also S. So ray SR and ray ST are two rays with common endpoint S. Now we have question number 7. Write the intersection set of ray SP and ray ST. Intersection means common part of both the ray. Look at this figure. This is ray SP. Okay, here the starting point is S. Okay, and it's moving towards P side. So it is ray SQ or ray SP or ray SR. Which is another ray over here? Ray ST. Ray ST. What is the starting point over here? S. So what is a common? What is a common in this two ray? This point S is common in both the rays. So what is the intersection of both the rays? It's point S. Yes, point S is the intersection set of ray SP and ray ST.
What are conditional statements or if-then form statements? The statements which can be written in the if-then form are called conditional statements. Let's say example. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent, then it is a rectangle. You can see that this geometric statement contains two words if and then. Therefore, it is called as if-then form statements. This statement is also be known as conditional statement. Why this statement is called as conditional statement? Because there is a condition in this statement. What is condition in this statement? The quadrilateral is going to be rectangle only if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent. Because of certain condition in this statement, this statement is known as conditional statement. What is antecedent? The part of the statement following if is called the antecedent. Let's say example. Here we have statement, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent, then it is a rectangle. Now in this statement, you can see the underlined part of the statement. This underlined part of the statement follow the word if. Hence, the diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent is antecedent in this statement. Antecedent is also be known as given part of the statement. So what is the antecedent in this statement? The diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent. What is consequent? The part of the statement following then is called the consequent. Let's say example. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent, then it is a rectangle. Look at the underlined part of the statement. This underlined part of the statement follow the word then. Therefore, consequent in this statement is it is a rectangle. Consequent is also be known as part to be proved. So make a note, what is a consequent? The statement, the part of the statement which follow the word then. And what is the antecedent? it is a part of the statement which follow the word if. Converse of conditional statement. Converse means opposite of the conditional statement. So what is the converse of conditional statements? If the antecedent and consequent in a given conditional statement are interchanged, the resulting statement is called the converse of the given statement. Now we will try to understand converse of conditional statement with the help of example. So we will take one statement. If the diagonals of quadrilateral are congruent, then it is a rectangle. Okay, it is a conditional statement, right? Or you can say it is a if then form statement. Now we need to write the converse of this conditional statement, right? To get the converse of conditional statement, what we will do? We will interchange antecedent and consequent of this statement. So what is the antecedent in this? The diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent. That is the antecedent of the statement. And what is the consequent? It is a rectangle. So what we are going to do? We are going to interchange the diagonals of quadrilateral are congruent with it is a rectangle, right? So we will write now converse. So I am going to shift the diagonals of quadrilateral are congruent after then, and whatever is there after then, that is it is a rectangle, we will shift it at the place of the diagonals of quadrilateral are congruent. So what I am going to do, I am interchanging those two parts of the statement. If you will interchange, you will get a new statement. What we will get? If the quadrilateral is a rectangle, then its diagonals are congruent, right? So I have interchanged over here antecedent and consequent of the given conditional statement. So I got a new statement, and that new statement is called as converse of conditional statements. Now we will see practice set 1.3. Question number 1. Write the following statement in if-then form. The first question in this is, the opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. Now we have to write if-then form of the statement. Now you can see that this statement has one helping verb, that is are, A-R-E, right? Whatever is there after the word are, that is consequent. What is there after are? Congruent. So congruent will be the consequent of the statement. Consequent means the part which follow the word then. Okay, so what is congruent in this statement? Opposite angles are congruent. So the opposite angles are congruent is consequent of this statement that we will write after the word then. So what is left now other than this? Parallelogram. So parallelogram is antecedent of this statement, means this will follow the word if. So let's see here. If a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then it is opposite, then its opposite angles are congruent, correct? Now we have the question number 2. The diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. So after the helping verb are, there is a word congruent. So that congruent is consequent. That will come after the word then. So what are congruent in this? Diagonals are congruent. So the diagonals are congruent will be consequent, that we will write after the word then. So what is left other than this? Rectangle. That is antecedent. That will come after the word if. So if a quadrilateral is rectangle, then the diagonals are congruent. Now here we have question number 3. In an isosceles triangle, the segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the base is perpendicular to the base. You can see that this statement also contains one helping verb, that is. So whatever is there after the word is consequent. So perpendicular to the base is consequent. But what is the perpendicular in this? The segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the base is perpendicular to the base. That would be the consequent. So what is left? isosceles triangle, that is antecedent, that will follow the word if. So if a triangle is an isosceles triangle, then the segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the base is perpendicular to the base. Question number 2. Write converse of the following statements. Here we have question number 1. The alternate angles formed by two parallels and their transversals are congruent. Here we have tried the converse of this statement. It means we have to interchange consequent and antecedent of the given statement. So first we will write this statement in if then form. Okay, so look at this statement. Here in this statement we have one helping verb, that is are, A-R-E, right? After are you can see it is given the word congruent, right? The word congruent would be the consequent of the given statement. Okay, consequent means it has to be written after the word then. Correct? So what is a consequent? Congruent. But what is congruent in this statement? Alternate angles are congruent. So alternate angles are congruent would be consequent. This part will write after the word then. Whatever is left in this statement, that is two parallels, that would be the antecedent of the given statement. It means it will come after the word if. So let's see here if then form of the given statement. If two lines are parallel, then the alternate angles formed by their transversals are congruent. Okay, this is the if then form of the given statement. Now we will interchange antecedent and consequent of this statement. So here two lines are parallel, that is antecedent. The alternate angles formed by their transversals are congruent is consequent. So we will interchange antecedent and consequent of the statement. We will get a new statement, that is if alternate angles formed by two lines and their transversals are congruent, then the lines are parallel. It is a converse of the given statement. So whenever the given statement is not in the form of if and then, you convert first in if then form and then interchange antecedent and consequent of the if statement to get the converse of the given statement. Now here we have the question number 2. If a pair of the interior angles made by a transversal of two lines are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. This statement is already given in if then form, so it's very clear that antecedent and consequent of the statement. Okay, so here we will interchange antecedent and consequent of the statement. So what is the antecedent over here? A pair of the interior angles made by a transversal of two lines are supplementary. And what is the consequent? The lines are parallel. We will interchange this. What we will get? If two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then the interior angles so formed are supplementary. Now here we have the next question. The diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. This statement is not in if then form. So first we will convert this statement in if then form. Here you can see there is a helping verb, that is are, A-R-E, and after are there is a word congruent. So the congruent would be the consequent of the statement. Okay, that means it has to be written after the word then. So what is congruent in this statement? Diagonals are congruent. So diagonals are congruent is consequent. And what is left in this statement? Rectangle. That would be the antecedent. That means it means this part has to be written after the letter, after the word if. So if then form of the statement is, if the quadrature is rectangle, then the diagonals are congruent. Now we will write converse of the statement. So we will interchange antecedent and consequent of the statement, right? So if we will interchange antecedent and consequent of the statement, we will get a a new statement, that is, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent, then the quadrilateral is a rectangle. So it is a converse of the given statement. So make a note, whenever the given statement is not in if-then form, first convert the statement in if-then form and then interchange antecedent and consequent of that statement to get the converse of the given statement. Thank you.